So, on behalf of the management of Sarpong, myself, Nana Kobo, we want to render an apology to the public for this display. You know, it is not proper. It's a stigma on the brand Sarpong and the legend Sarpong. So we want to even do it on behalf of the kids. That it's not, it wasn't proper. Ghana should forgive and let go of what they had. In due time, proper response will be, we will give a proper response. But for now, we are ashamed of the situation, and we don't want to really go into it that much.
Yeah.
Let's all say it as it is and leave it for it to.
Legendary gospel musician Sarpong, the manager, Nana Poku Ashes, Ababe render apology, ama Ghana for Enina, and the followers of Sarpong, and Asoma for band Enina Sama. Sarpong wife, and then the ma Equatina antenna program, your perfutuoso. Now, omodi etu jano. Nano, and Nana Poku Ashes, SAB release it. Last week Friday, a bra program no equine no, on a Sarpong, eating como. Now, on a Sarpong, wedding como, no, who say Sarpong. In fact, no, very, very devastated. Now, oh, sumpo, nisu atata Sarpong, na osum. Now, after that, and Nana Poku, semu into detailed. The saga between Sarpong, ne mano, and then the wife, and the tiwa, and some nankasano, sang in the ACTA. Aha, Dowona TV. Following it was YouTube and Facebook. Baby, Dowona TV. Mess also be share video. I'm off for so and ya be a share. Nano and Nana Poku Ashes ever share and some nasia. And was shasia. The first thing they say, or you're very, very disappointed. Ewo Sarpong and mano say omudi omoma miachi eko ojiripa efutuos no man timi ntu omoma amefo omoma amekra de nkono de won blame omoma ame no because onim say the social media how powerful the social media is, any radio no how powerful they are mon kra na ye de mako school amama university no matimi edi moma miachi akwakotena radio so akwa nsem we na man no say ensem we ebetimi ahamo papa man ne sa nsem no
radio. Take Sarpong aside, the musician. If he was my father, and I had brothers and a mother who took my father on public rants this way, would I be happy? I mean, what is the basis for the rant? What are we in public doing? Is it that that's where our issues will be heard and solved? Obviously not. I mean, before you make a move, you have to actually think of the consequences it brings before you make moves like this. I mean, issues day, no doubt about it. But to actually put the issues in the gutter is very, very wrong.
But what's really going on?
And I'm coming. My disappointment is not entirely with the wife, but with the kids. They should know better. You can pardon the woman that she's not abreast with social media that much. She doesn't, you might say, name the power of radio and social media, and you can say that. But can you say so for the two kids who are flanked left and right? Really, this man has educated the two of you, paid money for you people to go to school, as far as university, that I know. So, can't you use your common sense and see that this is going to hurt or harm our father in a way? And you guys actually showed up at the radio station. Okay, take everything out. You've done this. Nekrakran is saying.
What's the end game?
Are you going to get the money? Is your father going to be happy seeing you after doing this to him? Did you not think that this is actually going to hurt your father this much? Listen, Sarpong is a legend. Absolute legend. And doesn't deserve this. Every family get issues. No family day with issues no day inside. There's we say a family head. There are pastors, there are chiefs, there are people of respected standards that your father probably dealt with in his time, who you can run to and state a claim. When this whole issue happened, the sons called me. They spoke to me, and I told them that this is a matter of family heads, not even money.
Now I say, and Grano and Mamma, not almost worry any nine say, almost person from papa, Eddie free a bishop G. Way duo, no more than the copy for. Nano and Robert say, Yarewe no 2012, a ball a year, Yausapono, Bishop J. do and a Sani area. It's a SSC, almost had a call back, and then a command a Bishop J. do, Ninano, not a Tiwa, and a 10-1, or so a Yausapomuka cracker.
As me, I have no power.
Oh, okay. So they called you.
Of course, they did. They called me. We spoke way before this antenna issue.
Oh,
way. We've gone back and forth on this issue.
And what were their worries?
Their worries were they wanted to pick their father from where he is and then take him to a place that they feel would be better. Their conditions is attached to the things they are trying to state or the claims they are trying to state.
Okay.
Because see, the man, this is not the first time he's having this kind of problem, the sickness. He's had it in 2012.
Okay.
It was that bad, extremely bad. It took the same pastor, J.Y. Edu, Mami Tiwa, and a couple of medical doctors to revive him. He was at 37 for the longest of time in that time. And it was still Tiwa who stood by this man around that period. They did all they could and they revived the situation. Ofaya got back. Anybody who knows Ofaya very well and has seen him walk around will see that he struggles with walking a little bit because of that stroke that happened to him way back then. So when it happened again, ordinarily, they thought to use the same process.
Okay.
Because that's what worked for him the first time. Medical, hospital, bibidro, and care. These are the things that actually worked for the first time in 2012. Which at 2012, when it happened, I am told allegedly that the wife did not respond when he was told to actually come and sit by Wafa and take care.
Okay.
She didn't respond to that call.
Okay.
It took Mami Tiwa to actually stop whatever she was doing and take care of the man for months before the man actually healed and back to his feet around 2014. It took over 2 years and a couple of months before he healed. When it happened again, the kids picked their father, put him on a plane, and took him to the same place. It's you, the kids, that took him to that same place. After 2012, Mami Tiwa, 2014, sorry, Mami Tiwa remained at the church premises. When Ofa left for Accra, Tiwa was at the church premises. She was serving as a backup vocalist at the church. So she hadn't moved there, but the kids actually took the man to her at the church premises. So we have to go back to that process again. And this time that it happened around 2022 thereabout, it was that bad again. It kind of like it's a dementia. If you know what dementia is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loss of memory.
Loss of memory and a lot of things. I cannot speak certain words on radio of what even some of us saw.
Now after so what children say we no and also be children say yaw sapon wife ene ne mano second worry dia home pa the second thing no phone ene yaw sapon car ye gi free o nsem no na car na asem no o say car no na nakobo ene de che asomafo group de say o mo fan di djuma na ebra yaw sapon yare ye no ene nkura ya fa car no de akomo maame a omode omo rounds na mom car na nkasa na o say asomafo de ye to de ma asomafo say omo kom ba bia na omode di djuma nti enya yaw sapon po dia.
You can't put it out. But it took this Mami Tiwa again to stay work with the pastor, with the doctor and other people for Ofa to revive again. So when he got revived, that now he could speak, and that's when the kids came in. And then the conversation between me and them were like, take your time, speak to your family head or other people who are actually above my power, because there's a certain limit to where my power gets to. When it comes to family, it's not my power. I don't mean dear with yourself. I can only advise you to use, and I did advise them that go to your family head, speak to him, and then let your family head intervene. What they said to me was their family head is not willing to speak on behalf of their mother. I asked why, and they gave me a certain breakdown, right? So it means there's a problem.
Okay.
That you are aware. You, this kid, you are aware that there's a problem. So why then do you push your mother and take her to a radio station to go and sit down. Excuse my language. Antina, it be court.
It never be caught.
It be family house. It be shrine or it be what? What exactly was the end game? What were they trying to get from this thing that they did?
Were some of their worries financial? As being
I know all. Okay. I know all the financial problems you're saying. And just like they said, Offa has a phone. Right?
Yeah.
And Offa has lived his life. Like I'm saying, he has friends, he has people who love him. Millions of people love Offa Yao. I know the calls, the sympathizing. I know, because even me on the side, the way people reach out to try and, so I know. You guys took his phone. That's what you're using. So if any money comes on, if they come to you, they go to Mamitiwa. It be you people that hold the phone.
Wow.
And because of the phone, that's where this whole problem started from.
The next thing is a yaw sapon phone. Na phone no ewo yaw sapon baba ko honoma. Ono and a phone ewo no wa didi juma. Inti yaw sapon sika bia ebesu bia no ono and eji. Na eno na ensensem bi ba ho a ye ka se wodi sika bi ne baba ko di sika bi a ye kwache phone no e di free no ho. Inti ono wo gidi se eno sansem no anyina eka ho ena ma nkra no idi omo ma mi achi ekopiem
the phone. They wanted their father's phone.
Okay. So
that is where this whole giddy started from. You got the phone. You say you want the car, a fine car. But this is the caveat on the car. The car doesn't belong to Offa Yao.
Okay.
The car is a gift to Yao Sarpong and Asumafo by Nanakobo. Businessman Nanakobo. He gifted them the car.
Okay.
So Mamitiwa has a stake in that car, which Nanakobo made it clear from day one that I gave you this car because you had an accident and I want your ministry to still go on. So I'm giving you this car so you people will use it for your business. So you cannot go and forcefully banter the car from the woman. It's not done.
Okay.
The woman has a stake. She served this man for 40 years.
Wow.
Listen, I have been their manager for a time, and I know how the woman is loyal. If you ever want to see anybody who is loyal, and you haven't seen it before, see Mami Tiwa. There are times we've played gig, and I want to probably divide money. What she would tell me is, add mine to Offa.
Wow.
When Offa is okay, me I'm okay.
Wow.
Yes. They've sold records upon records, and the woman has nothing. What she will tell you when you are trying to question her is, I was nobody. I was nowhere. I know the family I come from. And Offa picked me and gave me limelight. That alone is a treasure for me. I walk and people admire the Yao Sarpong and thing. So I am okay. I know what I'm saying. Yes, there are issues even between them. There are a lot of issues. They fight, they quarrel, whatever you want to. Yes.
As a group.
They've been 40 years of friends. So definitely those things are there. I'm not a family member. I can't go into if they have relation. I don't know.
I was about to ask you, there were sexual allegations.
I don't want to know. Not my business.
You decide not to know.
I do the business. I don't do the family.
Nana poku twaswa. I say, among from Omobatina radio, so Mocase, a yetiwa and a Yao Sarpong, a relationship, be a more champion. I must go back in 2016. Yao Sarpong, any lady be as she share our rear, a yetama, and a debia Yao Sarpong, a call a woman. It is that time in the company, not still Tiwa, a das on the Yao Sarpong, a call a juma, or made us so call a cobonium. It is that time, not Tiwa or Yao Sarpong.
Okay.
So that side. Offa never spoke to me about it. And just like we all said, around 2016, there about 17 or 18, whatever, Offa rearranged a marital thing with another lady in Tema. Okay. So most times that Offa was in Accra, I would probably drop him at that place at Tema, which he told me that, my choir no one there. So there was somebody in between. And all those times still I was there. So I know the choir then. If there was a relationship, I don't know. So still,
yeah, because I think after watching when I was watching the video, Pinama was alleging, or she alleged that there were times when they were staying at Abripo, or Abripo, one of the places, that Tiwa was claiming that Yao Sarpong for Mariam,
Okay, it could have probably. I wasn't there. I can't say anything about that. I don't know. You see, my
what you know is that Offa at a certain point
rearranged another marriage that he was on.
Okay.
And Tiwa was still there.
Wasn't Tiwa?
No.
Okay.
No. That was another lady in Tema. That I used to pick him up from there or drop him from at there. So I know of that fact. And Tiwa was still there. I one time asked Offa that what's happening with the kids there. And what he told me was a Yensem Bibri. I left it there. I don't know about that. I'm not going to talk about that. That's his personal life. We also respect the legend's personal life. But what it is there's no marital relationship or whatever relationship between Wafa and Tiwa. A lot of people have this conception that they are married. Oh, so far the Tiwa. No.
Okay.
It's not in that chapter.
But during your time with knowing Wafa for this long, how many times or school us a little bit about what you observed between Wafa and Pinamai?
It wasn't there. There was nothing.
No form of connection.
Blank.
Wafa never spoke about Pinamai in any...
Blank. That's what I'm telling you. It was blank. He never made mention of. I was living in Newtown here with his kids. Okay. For that long that I have known him, he lived in Newtown and there was no Panama. Occasionally, when we have a show, Tiwa would drop down, come take care of the house, do certain things, and go. But most of the time, it was Offa and his last born, Jordan. They were both there. So Jordan, who was sitting at the radio station, well, he says he knows. Me, I don't know. The man never spoke to me about it. So even if you know, Jordan, this is not the approach. And it saddened everybody, all of us in the management team of Ofaya. I mean, this is disgraceful.
Now, according to Nana Poku Ashes, or say on that very day, last Friday, and that program, and the question after the program, you see, or Friday, Sarpong, and the Sarpong team come on. Now, in fact, now Sarpong is because after watching the program, no, Otie Sarpong, Kasa, Crampa, or Nano Air Kasa or Fonsoa. Otimi say, in fact, Sarpong was very, very devastated. Now, whom send Sarpong NC and Yanho, some o ma Adoba what's in radio so and TV so I could go any masapoto say there. I know Eddie.
Distasteful in any way for anybody to ever take their father to the gutters is really, really harmful to the man. I spoke to the man right after the interview and he was in tears.
Oh, Charlie.
Right after their interview, he was in tears. Like
he had heard.
Yeah, he was watching. The thing is on live TV. So he was just sitting there watching. And just imagine, like you said, if this Gofi killed somebody, he would have killed him.
Yeah.
Because of a heart has blood pressure and sugar and everything. He doesn't need this. No matter how the situation stretches, there are ways we could have solved this problem.
Yeah.
The approach was bad, but come to the real substantive issue. One would say, is it because of the Baumia money that actually has brought all this?
No, but people are talking about.
Yeah,
that.
you can't say so because
from your account, the first trigger would be the phone.
Yeah.
The second would be the car.
Then the third was the Baumia money, which they spoke to me again about building, going to finish their father's property. And I advised, Kwame called me, and I advised Kwame, this money cannot finish a building. It is only 10,000 cedis, 50 million, Structure
now 100,000.
100,000. Sorry, 100,000. My bad. 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 100. 50-50 to 100.
But if you see the structure of a house, that thing, that money might, my words, right, might not finish. But even if it can finish, if you use this thing to go and finish, what they go take the man go hospital? Every time Offa goes to hospital, we spend close to 2,000 or 3,000 cedis every time on medication and care.
Wow.
You understand me? So you want to use the money go build house, then what you go take a look at the man? I spoke to Kwame, I'm like, that's a wrong decision. Take your time and address it well. And then again, look at it this way. That money probably was for Yao Sarpong or for Yao Sarpong, but not entirely for Yao Sarpong. Because then again, if the group wasn't that successful, I'm not sure anybody would have want to donate anything to him. So Mami Tiwa has a stake in that money. Take it or leave it.
Also because she was taking care of him.
Yes. In the Ghana parlance, anybody that sits by and takes care of a sick person, when money is brought, it is she or he that receives that money and then disperses it. So, however, the issue is, they could have taken their time and then talk to the family head, right, for proper consultation.
No, but since the family head, he said it emphatically that he doesn't want to be involved.
There are people. If the family head is not ready, in the family there might be somebody who you can speak to. It is a family matter, not a radio matter. Speak to people. Find people who probably will call and say, okay, this and that and that. The pastor that of I was with, he's there. Go to him. Express yourself to him and tell him that, Poppy, we want the way we see our Poppy, we know like. So we won't carry on. Do something about it.
So they never even reached out to the pastor who's taking care of him.
Well, on radio that day, the pastor said no, they hadn't come to him to speak about it. Amazing. The pastor said if you have 3 women standing, he would not be able to point even who of his wife is. And this is somebody has worked with that pastor for close to 40 years. So if he is saying that he can't point who the woman is, then it's deep.
Wow.
Man, it's that deep, you know. So, on behalf of the management of Sarpong, myself, Nana Kobo, we want to render an apology to the public for this display. You know, it is not proper. It's a stigma on the brand Sarpong and the legend Sarpong. So, we want to even do it on behalf of the kids. That it's not, it wasn't proper. Ghana should forgive and let go of what they had. In due time, proper response will be, we will give a proper response. But for now, we are ashamed of the situation, and we don't want to really go into it that much.
Yeah.
Let's all say it as it is and leave it for it.